Hello, I just thought I'd give a response to the sacking of our manager. Everybody else seems to be giving one, so I thought I'd give one. I haven't bothered even listening to what anybody else is saying at the moment, and I don't think I will. I'm massively disappointed that Moyes has gone. Whether he was the right man for the job, we'll never know, because he hasn't been given the opportunity to show what he could have done. I understand if he was in the continent, he would have probably been gone by Christmas, and if he was, if he was with Chelsea or Liverpool, he probably would have gone at this time as well. I thought we were a bit beyond that. But I did fear, and I did say in earlier videos last year, towards the end of the season, I said I feared that Moyes wouldn't be given the chance. That if we didn't get in the Champions League, that because the club's riddled with so much debt, that the owners would have to replace him, because they wouldn't see any long-term future with him in the club. And to me, it's been a just total waste of time. It's been a total waste of a season. And people pick holes on Moyes. He wasn't this, he wasn't that, he wasn't the other. But at the end of the day, as I keep on saying this, and I've said this so many times, people say, "Oh, well, he never motivated the players." And I keep on saying this. When you put on that shirt and you walk, especially at Old Trafford, and you walk at Old Trafford in front of 70,000 week in, week out, and the history of the club and the way that United is viewed across the world, what other motivation do you need? Not to mention the fact that obviously the players get paid a ridiculous amount of money to play the game of football, which most of us, we just do it as leisure. That's their business. That's what their profession is. They're professional footballers, and regardless of who the manager is, even regardless of the team is, but even more when it's United, when you come out into that stadium, flipping put a shift in. All you've got to do is turn up for an hour and a half a week. That's all you have to do. Show that you care. Come out into the ground with your flipping chest out and say, right, flipping, it's full stadium here, I'm wearing this flipping shirt here, the history with this club, the history with this team, I'm going to put in a shift. So at the end of the day, win, draw or lose, when you walk off the pitch, you say, well, at least I put in a shift in, I gave flipping 110%. And fans aren't stupid. Fans recognise when players are putting in a shift, when they're really trying. And that's been the worst thing this season, that there's so many cases that we've seen players who just do not look, because you say, oh well, they've got to play for the manager. They don't play for the manager. They play for us. We're the guys. The manager doesn't pay their wages. We pay the wages. They play for us. It's us who flipping have to fork out a lot of money for the ticket alone. Never mind the time it takes, especially if you're not like 15 minutes from Old Trafford. The time it takes to get to Old Trafford, the money it takes to Old Trafford, the money and time it takes to go and see United away in England, the money it takes to go and see United in Europe. And we've definitely been cheated. And how can you blame the manager? The manager picks professional footballers to play in a position which they should be able to play in. And don't give me this, a lot of players will put out of position. Ferguson did that quite often. He put players not in a naturally suited position. But at the end of the day, a professional footballer should be able to adapt within a certain reason of positions on the pitch. And then football is not a hard game. It's an easy game to play. You don't have to flipping go through a centre-back and say, this is what your job is. Or a right-back, this is what your job is. or to a centre forward, this is what your job is, or go to the whole team. It's pretty obvious what these people in these positions should be doing. You know, it's not rocket science. Get the ball, pass it to the man with the same shirt, then run past it to the man and get the ball back, run up the pitch, put the ball into the box, where a centre forward, hopefully, is going to stick his head on it and flipping score. Or when they're coming down, and firstly somebody in the midfield might try and tackle them, if they get past them and they trap them back, well, one of our defenders should pick the ball and start attacking again. A right back, it's simple, the ball comes down, you try to block off the cross on their side, and you don't ball watch, you trap the man. There's so many goals that we gave away through defensive errors. It was just ridiculous. Where you're thinking, flipping it, pay attention. You only have to flipping be tuned on for an hour and a half. You know, you don't be thinking other things. That's what you're paid to do. On the ball for an hour and a half. Wow, how difficult's that? Christ almighty. Good job they're not air traffic controllers. An hour and a half will be on the ball, but shit, for the rest of the 30 hours, there might be a few crashes along the way, and that's what's happened. We've just crashed and burned all bloody season. Time and time again, I walked out of Old Trafford, I'm shaking my head. I've been to a lot of away games where we've played reasonably well, we've got a victory, but Old Trafford, it's been awful. And that's where you think they'd really turn up at Old Trafford in that stadium with that crowd wearing that shirt. At the end of the day, I think a lot of the players have let, not only have they let the manager down, they've let the fans down. I think they've cheated us. And, you know, not only did they get paid a lot of money to play that well, you know, I think they should flip in, give us the money back for all those who pay for the season ticket this year. Just say, sorry guys, we've let you down here. I think I can cope. There you go. Everybody can get the season ticket money back. Just really poor, and now we start off all over again. We don't know where we're going to be, who we're going to get, and it's got to we've got to go through this transition again. Too many players at the club shouldn't be at the club because they're not trying, or they're past their prime now and they can't adapt. Players have gone, key players have gone, positions we haven't replaced them, and players should have gone a few seasons ago, but yet Ferguson kept them, and then Moyes was left with them. And they've been found out spectacularly this season. So that's my view. You can disagree with it or agree with it. I don't really care, to be honest with you. And I'm going to launch the same question to the lads on Saturday in the Boozer and get their opinion, and probably they'll disagree and agree with me the same way. So yeah, feel sorry for Moyes. Obviously he's going away with a lot of money. Unfortunately his reputation is tarnished. Seemed a nice bloke. But unfortunately, I said before, maybe his ego wasn't big enough for the club. Maybe he wasn't the guy to come in and say, right lads, you know, yeah, you've done this, and you know, done that and done that, but you don't want to play it my way now. And I think the problem was a lot of the players were thinking, who are you? You know, I've flipping won so many Premier League titles, won these cups, Champions League, been in the best team, we're champions at the moment. You're David Moyes. What have you won? Nothing. And I think that's fundamentally where we went wrong. And probably why David Moyes should not have been picked in the first place by Ferguson or ever chosen, because they should have known that the man's character, that he probably wouldn't be able to contain these players, and you know, call it a players' revolt, call it whatever you like. Regardless who the managing, the players still should have put in a shift in for the people who turn up to see the club, to see them play. So I'm disheartened. I'm massively disappointed. But there you go. He probably was the wrong man for the wrong job, but he shouldn't have been picked in the first place. And people who say the fans turned against him, I don't think the fans did. I think a lot of the older fans especially wanted to give the guy time, because we've seen United through the bad years, and wanted to see him do well and to wish him well. And a lot of the younger guys have only known success, were just thought to themselves, you know, that they just couldn't believe what was going on, so they're not used to United losing or underperforming. And of course the owners realise we've just lost whatever, you know, millions, because not into the Champions League, whatever it's 40 million, whatever. So straight away they're thinking, shit, you know, we've lost all this money. Yeah, it's been everything. It's been awful. So anyway, that's it. Rant over. And yeah, see where.